Why don't we do a take two?
Wait a minute, let's start again. Hello.
Hi, this is Ron Vodry.
This is Alex Nussbaum.
This is Jason Fraser.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Hey, this is Ray Zwicker.
All right, world. My name is Cal Post.
Guys, this is Christina Walkinshaw.
This is Eddie Deliseppi.
This is Adrian Spencer.
My name is Timo.
And you're listening to the Julien Dionne
You're listening to the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
Who am I talking to? What am I doing?
Julien Dionne Comedy Hour.
You're listening to the...
Comedy Hour. See, I took the word out comedy. Changes the meaning completely, doesn't it?
Days and not really, I'm overworking, but days and the holidays. Happy holidays. You're listening to the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
And aren't we all?
Now broadcasting live and totally uncensored, from Lemon Press Studio in the beautiful Gatineau Hills.
Project. I was like half asleep on the couch and now I'm projecting.
Hey everyone, this is Christian Potenza.
This is K. Trevor Wilson.
This is Jean Paul, a.k.a. the Island Hipster, hashtag hipster business.
This is Steph Tola.
Hey, this is Jake Goldsby.
This is Sky Wallace.
Hey everybody, this is Erica Sigurdsson, aka Ricky Siggs.
Okay, hello. Hi.
This is Howard Wagman.
Hey, this is Peter Anthony, the PA system.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Some people that's my rap name.
This is Jen Grant and you're listening to the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
Show. You and me belong, just like the flowers, laughing all day long. People, I need to loose, sing a little song, then take a shower. Julien Dionne. It's a show. It's not an hour. It's a show. It's okay.
Welcome to the show. Happy Tuesday or happy day whenever you're listening to this. We are recording this live on a Tuesday, August 31st. Is that possible? Yes, it is. Crazy. August 31st, 2021, coming at you, broadcasting from Lemon Press Studios in the beautiful Gatineau Hills. Hey. Welcome to episode 424 of the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant. We are live at our new time of 10 a.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Atlantic. This is week 2 of our new time.
I want the manager!
And, oh man, the shift is happening. The schedule shift is happening. As you know, we recorded at 7 a.m. and now, because we're performing almost every night, we have to make some changes to our COVID schedule. You know, COVID schedule, we were in bed by 8:30 and up by 4:30, ready to forge the fields or whatever the hell you were programmed to do. Sunrise, sun up. Sigida. By the way, Jen Grant is here. I don't know where she is. She's coming. She's getting ready. But this 10 a.m. start, when we first started 2 weeks ago, it felt like the middle of the day. I'd get up and have all this time and come in the studio and get ready, go live at 10, and then you're done by 11:30, and now it feels like first thing in the morning. I just woke up, like yesterday too. I'm trying to see how last minute I can wake up and still pull off the show, getting ready and all this, just in case I end up gigging later than normal and, you know, So today, woke up at 9:05. I've just rolled out of bed. This is how I roll out of bed. Good morning. Anyway, so now it feels really early, 10 a.m. The shift is happening successfully. Went to bed around 12:30 last night and did a solid. But I did this. I took a couple melatonins last night just to make sure I had a solid sleep, just to rejigger the circadian rhythm. So I took some Gravol, and it had that effect on me where you're not fully sleeping. You're kind of like tossing and turning. You never go in that deep sleep. So I felt that way all night, just toss, turn, just like you're being pulled by your chest. It's just like this. So I feel weird. And out of sorts. And here we are. Jen will be on comment. So for those tuning in, as you know, a unique property of the podcast, we live stream tape to air, one take Tony. We do it live. So you can comment and interact with the show. So if you are watching on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and give us a quick share, Skipoo. And you know what? If you give me a second here, I'm going to open up comments and see if anyone is there while we wait for Jen. Grant.com. Let me see. Where's the comment? Okay, let me just pull up these comments. And, of course, if you do listen on Apple Podcasts, we encourage and ask that if you could leave a review. It makes all the difference. It bumps us up in the charts and makes it so that the algorithms will show our little program here to more people. That's how it works. That's how the internet works. So, woke up a little late and was having a fine morning and was getting ready to do the show. I was here in the studio downstairs, and all of a sudden, okay, verify that you're not a robot. How many robots are trying to log into my comment moderation program? Okay, verify. Yes. How many images? Select images with cars. This is my third one. Fire hydrants. Lights. This is annoying.
You fuck off!
Yes. Okay, select images with cars. Okay, there are none. Verify. Select images with traffic lights. Okay, 2. Next. Select images. Okay, I'm not a robot, you dummy. Here we go. All right, we're into the comments, so feel free to drop them in there. If you are watching live, thank you. I don't know where Jen is or what's going on, but she'll be here eventually, hopefully. Otherwise, I will wrap up the show and feel lost and alone. Oh, you're here. Oh, you're not? Oh, you okay? Okay, you want to take the day off? Huh? Yeah? Okay, no problem. There's Jenny. Going to take the day off, not feeling great. All right, well, then we'll fly this ship solo and see what happens. We've had a crazy morning, even though it hasn't been a long morning. It's been crazy. Again, I've been up for about an hour now, and so I'm down here getting ready for the show and ready to go on, trying to look up topics. But I looked up topics last night, and I don't know what happens, mental energy-wise, why ideas seem so much better at night, and then you wake up, you go, what the hell was I thinking? And by the way, this is sober. I used to, that would happen all the time before when I smoked pot or would have a drink and have an idea, think it's earth-shattering, think, oh my God, I'm going to change the world with this idea, and then you wake up, you go, what was I thinking? Well, it also happens sober. Here, let me adjust the focus just a little bit. I think we're focused. Yeah. So anyway, what? I completely just lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I'm sitting here in the studio about to, the topics and stuff. And I had pulled up some topics from last night and I looked them up. I go, none of this is interesting. Who wants to hear about, here, let me give you an example of topics that I pulled at night versus in the morning after, an espresso shot. McDonald's, others consider closing indoor seating amid Delta surge in the U.S. Who gives a shit? What, McDonald's might be drive-through only in the U.S. because of the Delta. That's a topic last night. I thought, hey, I could vamp on this for 10 minutes. No. Big Tech wants to build the Metaverse. What on earth does that mean? Again, who gives a shit? His name is Barbecue, and he's ready to plunge Haiti into war. All right, Barbecue. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm out here. Israel doubles down on booster shots as daily COVID sets new record. At night, when I see these topics, I go, this is going to be groundbreaking. And then in the morning, I go, I don't feel like saying one thing about these things. So we'll freestyle it this morning because, and I'll get to it, I was in here getting ready for topics, looking up what I had thought of last night, earth-shattering. And I hear the cat just kind of like rustling in the living room just outside the studio here. And I go see, and he's behind like the gym equipment, like freaking out. And I think, oh, he found a toy mouse. And I actually see it in his mouth, and he leaves and he goes upstairs. I'm like, okay, great. No, whatever. Come back in the studio. Then I hear Jen upstairs. Jules, there's a kid. There's a mouse. And I'm like, oh, shit, it was a real mouse. And you can hear the cat does this noise. He only ever does it when he's got a real mouse. He's got it in his mouth, and he's like, You try to approach it. So here we are, like 10 minutes before going live, and chasing the cat in the house. He's got a mouse, and I approach the cat, and it's got like 2 legs of the mouse out of the mouth. And I see one leg twitch a little bit. So I'm like, oh, God, son of a bitch, it's still alive. So I'm like, what do I do? Trying to chase this cat with the mouse. I want to either save the mouse or just get it out of the house because I don't want him to let it go and it to run somewhere and die injured in a crevice somewhere. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm not good at this shit. There's something that happens anytime I see a mouse or have to deal with this thing. And this is just a reality of living in the woods, living in the country. It's just you're going to have a lot of, wildlife interactions. You're going to deal with shit a lot. Nighttime, morning, and you're going to have to just deal with it. So I'm like, fuck, how do I do? So following this cat around, it's growling, and Jen's chasing it with a broom. We have it cornered, and we're literally, Jen is like brushing the cat with the broom, trying to figure out a way to get this mouse loose, and the cat won't let it go. He's like locked on to this mouse. We're both freaking out, shaking, like trying to chase it. And again, I regress to I'm like 9. I'm like, Mom. So then we just, from the mudroom here downstairs in our room, or in our house, the cat is in the stairs up, looking up. So I don't want to walk up the stairs to it, because that means at one point, if I'm walking up the stairs to the mouse, at one point it's going to be level to my face, and I don't want to come close to it. So I'd rather I go out the house and through the back door and come down the stairs so I can, come down on it instead of up to it. And as I'm coming down on it, we watched Nugget, our beautiful bundle of joy, eat the mouse. Everything, the whole thing. Legs, ears, eyes, lips and arseholes, the whole thing. So now the cat is just locked in the mudroom, and we're just waiting for it to puke. It's got to puke, right? I mean, it can't. Can it just eat a raw mouse like that? Like a live raw mouse whole and not throw up? Anyway, we'll see what happens. And what am I supposed to do with my broom? Now that it's the bristles have manhandled the mouse a little bit. So yeah, it's been a fun morning. Morning, Laura. Yes, Jen. So Jen's not feeling great today since last night. I don't know if there's something going around or it's not COVID. It's just some sort of stomach thing. So anyway, We didn't end up having a show yesterday. We started, if you'll notice, we didn't even get through the entire intro song. We were ready to go. We had some topics picked up. We were here in the office. We were feeling good for Monday. We were conscious that it was a Monday morning, so that we were not going to settle into our usual energy of low and slow. So we dialed it up. We were pumped to do a show, and as we're like just getting into the business of things off the top of the show, like I said during the intro song, boo, just complete darkness. We were sitting here in the studio, and complete the power went out. So we're like, okay, it's kind of that feeling of like, oh shit, we were just getting going, but also like, oh, sweet, it's kind of, we're good. So I look it up on Hydro-Quebec, and it was the power was going to be out. It said planned outage till 1. So we're like, hey, let's just take the day off. You know, when you're doing it because you have to, and then you're just like, you know what, forced day off, I'm in. So we decided to take the day off, and then about 3 minutes later, not 3 hours, 3 minutes later, power came back on. You know, when you make that decision to take the day off, not work, not do something, and then it's like, nope, we're going to do it. It's like, oh, do we have to? And what happened was, for some reason, when the power came back on, the internet reconnected, the computer came back on, all the programs started running again, and we started streaming, just an empty couch for about 4 minutes. And if you listen carefully, you can hear us in the back in the other room, but because the mics were on, talking about not doing the show. I didn't even notice the power came back on. That's how... I just was like in the house, all of a sudden the lights are all on, and I'm about to post saying, power's out, we won't be back until either later this afternoon or tomorrow, and it was on, fully on. So Jen's like, Jules, the power's on. I go, oh yeah, shit. She goes, well, should we just take the day off anyway? Kind of took away from our mojo, you know, we were feeling good, then it just kind of took the wind out of our sails. So we're like, yeah, let's take the day off. At that exact moment, we get a text going, you're live. Your couch is live. Like, oh, shit. So I had to go on YouTube and Facebook and just delete that 4-minute video couch stream of just us in the background talking about how we should probably just cancel because of our mojo. I hadn't used the word mojo in a long time. Anyway, so yesterday's show, we were just going to debrief of the week. I did my headline week at Absolute Comedy, which was my first time at Absolute Comedy in Ottawa as a headliner. I've played that club many, many times as a MC or middle, but it was first time as a headline, and it was fun. It was a great week of shows. We did 7 shows in 6 days, and so much fun, a blast. Really starting to feel like pre-pandemic on stage again, just like, you know, the rust is gone and just feeling comfortable again. And it was really fun. And man, doing headline sets like at a comedy club like that on a Saturday night when you do 240 or 45-minute sets, it's a lot of work. Like, you do the 8 o'clock show, then the 10:30 show. By the 10:30 show, by the time you go on stage, it's like, oh fuck, another 45 minutes, and you have to do well as the headliner. It can't dip or be the same. It's got to just the same or better from the show, but definitely not a dip. So there's that added pressure of like, okay, we've got to crank it out here and swing for the fences. So yeah, it was a fun week, a lot of work, and so it was good to not do the podcast tomorrow, so I was able to just kind of rest up and relax. Even though I never do. On these days of rests, I just end up... because I want to milk it so much, I enjoy the time by myself. I end up staying up late, so I never rest. I had a pretty funny backhanded compliment from someone in the audience on Saturday. So between both shows, Saturday there was an 8 and 10:30 show, as I mentioned, and... I go downstairs, I do the first show, and I do a bit, it's a brand new bit about sign language interpreters, how that industry's been booming throughout the pandemic. Like, I haven't seen a sign language interpreter in years, and then now it's on every news broadcast and a little picture-in-picture on the bottom of screen, I do this whole thing about how there's nobody better in a better mood than a sign language interpreter. Anyway, and then there's another bit I do about something, but this couple is at the bar downstairs in between shows, and the woman comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, very funny." I go, "Oh, thank you." She goes, "Yeah, I related because I'm originally from Moncton." I go, "Oh, cool." And she goes, "And my mom's deaf." And my reaction was, "Great." She literally goes, "And my mom's deaf." And I said, "Great." And we both looked at each other, and there was this lingering moment of like, did you just say great because of my mom's disability? And then I looked back at her with that look in my eye of like, did I just say great at your mother's disability? And yes, I did. Anyway, she goes, "Yeah, I'm from New Brunswick, and my mom's deaf." I go, "Great." She goes, I related to those two things. Other things, not so much, but good job. So I'm like, thank you, I guess. Like, that's weird. Like, why not leave that? Is that a social skill? Is that a social skill set that is missing? Where you go, if I was that person, I wouldn't mind hearing that I didn't like some of it. Like, why is that? Just end it at the first part. Hey, I related to those. Oh, great, thank you. And great that your mother's deaf. And let me be the weirdo in that exchange. Instead, you up-weirded me. It's like another time I had this time was like a super backhanded compliment. Not even backhanded compliment, just straight up front-handed insult. Same place at Absolute Comedy like 10 years ago here in Ottawa. I go outside after my set and this guy comes up to me and goes, "Dude, oh man, I loved it. You were hilarious. I loved you. My girlfriend hated you, but I thought you were great." And his girlfriend is standing right next to him. So I'm like, thank you so much. I'm just not wired that way. Like, I just would not, it wouldn't cross my mind to be like, I'm gonna fuck this guy's day up. Like, why would you say that? Anyway, it was a lot of fun, a lot of great comics, did some opening sets, and it was a successful week at Absolute Comedy. So if anyone out there who's watching this came out to shows, thank you. And if for the rest of you, what the hell is wrong with you?
You fuck off!
All right. What do we got here? So that's, I don't think I have much more to report here today. As my brother Mike would say, I don't think I have a whole lot more to report today, gang. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, with Jen here, we could riff a little more, vamp, or if I had topics, but I don't really have much prepared. So, Cat had a mouse for breakfast, headline week at Absolute Comedy, backhanded compliment, societal skills. I think that'll do it for today. What do you guys say? Let's go for the close. All right? Yes. All right. Well, I appreciate you watching. We'll be back tomorrow, so this has been a micro episode. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, hopefully with Jen. Jen will be back. We'll bring you a full-length, brand spanking new episode of The Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant, coming at you at 10 a.m. Eastern, live streamed 5 days a week, Mondays through Fridays. On Friday, the very funny, the hilarious and talented comedian Alex Wood, comedian and author Alex Wood will be on the show on Friday, so tune in for that. Follow us on social media, The Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant. That's it, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to our live viewers. Thanks for subscribing on all the major podcast platforms. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. And where's my music? Oh, here it is. And until then, watch your head. Yeah.
Such a beautiful waste of time. Waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Wandering eyes and itchy feet. I'm just a thin, nervous shadow, walking backwards down the street. The landing is bitter, but the falling is oh so sweet. It's just a waste of time, a beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. The whole world wants a piece of my head, but they all get a piece of my mind instead. I roll over and go back to bed. It's such a beautiful waste of time.